Hey Patreon, once again back in the lab. Still working on stuff in this 49ers playbook. There's so many great formations in this, and it's just hard to walk away. I'm probably going to be moving on pretty soon, but I just want to show you another formation that you can run because it's got a lot of great plays in it. It's out of the double Y flex, the doubles Y flex. So basically, the tight end is off the offensive line, and he's in a slot position. It gets a little bit better spacing. Now, our standard audibles are slants, typical verticals, and then we have a play action read, which is a really good play. This has got that play action boot type action, so it's nice to have that in your back pocket. Verticals, very generic. Inside zone, we're going to keep that as our base run play, and double slants, not that great. So let's swap out double slants for a play that I like a lot, which is this smash play, smash pivot. It's nice to have a stock pivot play because you can actually use this in really messing up your opponent's reads and defense a little bit when you play around with this. But we're going to use that as a replacement for slants. Now, for verticals, I can swap out for a couple different plays. Right here, this good play is the wide receiver under. It's got some really unique routes. And then another play that we can use with this is this play. Z-spot and Texas double post are pretty much the same with the auto motion, and then you also have a corner with the tight end, but you have a different route progression. Z-spot, you can audible into that type of stuff like that outside of the auto motion spot route. So my preference is to have a halfback angle to my disposal, unless you've got a hot route master type player or a running back player. So, but I'd rather have that as a base play. So our audibles are going to be smash, pivot, inside zone, Texas double post, and play action read. Now out of the huddle, I'm going to call a couple of different plays. The one play I want to call pretty much majority of the time is this play. It's the guns double Y flex Y sail. The Y sail, this is a really good play. The structure of the play is great. You've got a pivot on the inside. You got basically a dig route above it. You've got a sail concept off to the right. You've got and you have a streak concept. So this is you can run this play stock. I've seen really competitive Madden players that are they just cut through their Madden leagues 16-0 or 17-0 and basically destroy other people just running this play and just doing variations of it. So we'll play around with that. But I want to show you this play really quick. Wide receiver under out of the gun double. So now this is a quick snap play that you can pretty much run stock and get some easy completions and something good to sprinkle into your scheme. Now I'm going to run this against random nickel defenses, and I want you to watch the outside receiver, the red route with Samuels, and I'm just going to make a real simple read. I'm just going to go ahead and see what happens with the defender underneath that slant, and because the spacing and because we've got a clear out route right above it, what's going to happen is a lot of times that slant is going to be wide open for easy completion. So this is just a good play. If you got a guy that's not pressing you a lot, just a very fast and easy read, the other route clears things out for you, and you're going to get an easy completion. And all we're really going to do is just, when we're watching this route, we're watching to see if a defender falls. So if you see how a defender falls in that area, we'll make our next progressions from there. If we see some type of a defender that's falling into that area right there. So right here, guy actually kind of falls in that area, but still that passing lane is available for us. So what's cool about this too is it's this unique route by the tight end. Look how he kind of goes up and over. A lot of times he's going to get past the coverages and you can get a big completion right over the middle of the field. So it's attacking the middle of the field, and it's going to help you build pretty much everything else. One of the adjustments we can do is we can do a deep comeback route on the back end side. So if you got a guy that plays a lot of man coverages, deep comeback route will actually go ahead and be another area that you can go to with this. So let's go into the better play of the two. I would not put that in I might actually sprinkle that in, but the better of the two is this play, which is the Y sail. It's just got better concepts overall, and basically you can run it stock, and you got the little whip, and then you've got the dig underneath it if someone actually gets into the passing lane with a whip. So let me just show you the concept that I'm looking at with this particular play. So I'm watching this guy just to make my initial read. Sometimes it's just a 2 wide receiver read. I'm not even looking at the sail concept off the right. Well, that's something you can look at. But if you want to look at this particular concept, I'm going to watch this defender. See how this defender is actually just sliding out and taking away that whip route. So I can't throw that. He's going to get in the way, hold deflect the ball, potentially pick it off. So I'm just going to look to the dig route right above it and get an easy completion for a 15-yard gainer. So you can see right here, we're on the 35. I'm picking up 15 yards right there with that easy completion. That's just a very, very fast read. Take a look at the other side. We got a sail concept. Watch this guy to go to the flat. He was wide open. Then we have this guy with the coverages. He's wide open on the backside. So that's what I love about it. So let's look at sail. Once again, you've got the flat sail concept. This is a very popular concept that you can use. Now, here's where you can beef this up a little bit. So see, we got the single high safety. The defense shifts. I can go ahead and take Benjamin and slide him over, and I'll show you different variations with the other plays where I slide Benjamin over. And I'm going to watch Benjamin right down the seam and see if anybody follows. If he doesn't, I'm going to pop that for easy completion. And if I get a good animation or a nice little juke move, I can go one play touchdown with it. So this is what's cool about this here play, is that he's going to provide you this flexibility. So we're going to slide this guy over. Defender doesn't carry, so now I've got a basically 3-on-3 over here. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop the seam. I'll just pop it if it's available to me. If the defender floats over Benjamin, that dig route will be available with this particular scheme. So motion this guy over. So now we've got 4 defenders over there. So I'm going to go ahead and look to the backside with the running back and the tight end and see what's available. And you see the defender floated up to the tight end, so I'll check it down underneath. Let's go back to the other side and instant replay, just see what was going on over here with the 4 defenders. So I saw that I've got a better situation over here. I've got less defenders in the area, so that's why I went to this. I was watching the flat. I knew that was open. I looked at this guy. See how this guy's floating up top? I'll just go ahead and check it down and just pick up my 5 or 6 yards with the flat route. But let's go ahead and take a look at the backside here. Once again, I'm watching the seam with this route right here. See, I couldn't really throw that because he's actually playing the seam route, but the whip route was wide open. Could have got some pretty good separation. And this guy was actually, this guy, if I've thrown it early, he's wide open, but it looks like this guy was actually going to be falling right in that zone. So he kind of peels off. Let's see if he's reacting to me throwing the ball. So yeah, the only reason he's reacting is because I'm still basically, because I threw the ball in this type of situation, and the defender actually turned around and is actually trying to identify the ball. So this route, this dig route would have been wide open with that concept. Now, inside zone, you can do the same thing with your opponent. You can show your opponent the same type of a look, and now you just motion your guy over. This is going to give you an extra blocker and help you, overload your inside zone and make your inside zone a little bit better. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the other play, which is going to be smash pivot. Now, one of the fastest and easiest things you can do is you can do a whip route. And then another thing I like to do is, instead of that little hitch route off to the left, I like to put that guy in a smoke. That's going to give me a faster read on the left-hand side. Now, left-hand side, let's go and see if we get separation. There you go. Thank you, Samuels, for getting separation to give me a passing lane. I'm going to make a really fast read with smash. This is a concept that is a staple in my Madden gameplay. I put a smoke right here because then it tells me whether I'm playing against man or zone coverages. If this guy floats up, then I have the option of popping down the smoke and pick it up 5 yards. But most of the times, these corner routes, even though he got bad position against the corner, he's going to get separation, and all I have to do is just go ahead and throw it to the sideline and make a play on the ball. So even though the ball got knocked out, that's fine. That's the right read, the right progression. Conversely, on the back side, we've got the same thing, got a little whip route. He got separation. I could have thrown that, a real tight window, but you can see the corner right here is wide open. I can actually throw that. So that was just man coverages across the board. So let's go ahead and run this again. I'm gonna put basically smash. I'm going to go ahead and put a wheel route right here. Look for zone coverages. So it is man coverages. So here's your check down. So even though I've got a block shed with the defender, I actually threw the ball to the smoke route with the anticipation that it was going to do that. So let's go ahead and see if we can get it again. All right, so it looks like it might be cover 2. It is cover 2. And really, because the coverages just fell up, that's why I'm going to go ahead and drop it down underneath with that little whip route, because it was cover 2. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it again. Smash pivot, wheel route right here. Here you go. Come on. Come on, catch it. Come on, man. Oh, dude, I'm not actually just hitting that sideline. It's just like he doesn't want to hit it. So let's go and see. Man coverages. And here we go. You got your corner route that you can hit. I noticed that Kittle actually gets a little bit more vertical with his routes. He doesn't get flat. A little bit annoying to me because I like my guys to run their routes correctly. But here you go. Check down. You know, all you got to do is just go and flip that. So now you're attacking the corners. You're attacking the flats. And you've also got this little wheel route with the running back that's going to keep your opponent honest. And if he's not paying attention, you can hit that and get some easy yards. And if he's playing cloud coverages, playing the sidelines, that route will be wide open. Conversely, what you can do, too, is you can take this guy, Benjamin, slide him over, showing your opponent the same type of a look as previously. But look, his route doesn't flip. So now you've got an inside whip route, which are very deadly and are good to just get a quick and easy completion for maybe, you know, short yardage. So it's nice to have that in your back pocket. Let's go and see if we get the kind of fallback coverage that we want. Got that. Okay. And, you know, that's just like if you need a few yards, sometimes you get more. If the guy's playing over the top coverage, you can use that as part of your scheme. Now let's take a look at the Texas double post. Really, I like to run this stock, and it's all this for me more than anything else is I'm just trying to go ahead and open up that angle route with the running back. So if I don't want to give my opponent a tell, I will try to stay away from the auto motion and put that guy in a smoke route, and essentially it's showing him the same stuff as previously. I can put this guy in a whip, and it's showing him basically the play, which is going to be that smash play. And all I'm going to do is hit this running back underneath, you know, for some easy yards. Now you can wait for that play to develop a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and see. And here you go. So you've got the running back going right over the middle of the field. So in other words, if he starts playing the sidelines, you can hit him with the running back over the middle of the field. Now, if you want to build off of some of the other concepts that we've done before, what you can do is you can motion the guy over. You have to put him in a hot route, and then you can actually go ahead and put him on a flat. Now, you've got two deep post routes off to the left. They're actually clearing that zone. So my first read is going to be Benjamin right away to see if the defender actually falls in that area, and I can actually hit that flat. And because those two wide receivers are going in post routes, they're typically going to go ahead and pick up their man right away and actually go ahead and block for you. So that's one of the things I've just discovered in labbing. So the only problem with this concept is that you have to audible twice, so it might take a little bit more, especially on the quarterback that you have. But we're going to watch Benjamin in the flat, and if no one goes there, I'm going to go ahead and hit that, especially if he's playing like an over-the-top coverage off to the right. So if he goes into cover 2, that's when you can get yourself in some trouble. So we're going to go ahead and take that flat route and put it off to the left. And we're going to go back to the flat. So the flat pretty much is available to me all day, and that will build off of everything else. So I can keep showing my opponent the same type of a look. And I've also got, if he chases that flat route, he puts a flat out, some kind of a guy out there, that's essentially going to go ahead and give me the other route with the running back. So the running back is a place I can check that ball down to against my opponent to keep him guessing. So you can see running back route might be like he might chase that flat or put a guy over there, and I can come back with the running back on the backside. So that's what I like about this play. I don't really do much with the post. You could potentially do something with the let's go ahead and motion this guy over. We're going to drag him up and motion him over. You could look for the corner route off the back end side, but with Kittle like that. So that's going to be available to you, and sometimes you can hit the post over the middle, but I really don't look to that. I like to try to establish the underneath stuff before I hit them over the top. Now here's the last play, play action read, and what I like to do with this particular play is I like to just go ahead and take my wide receivers, just roll them over here, and just run this play stock, showing my opponent essentially the same look. And all I'm really doing is I'm looking for the crosser, because a lot of times he's going to get past a lot of the coverages. But what's cool about this particular play is that you've got basically a running back coming on the back side with this particular play. that you can hit that he might not be prepared for. So watch this guy, watch Samuels, watch Benjamin go up the seam, but look at the running back. After the animation, a lot of times defenders don't actually follow that running back, and you can actually go ahead and hit your opponent. So he might have coverages roll, he might have man coverages, and that running back route will just be in great position. So that's what's cool about this particular play. I like the motion this guy over. I don't like running the stock. I just don't think it is that effective. So we're just going to go motion this guy over. Let's see if Benjamin gets over the top of the coverage. He doesn't. But once again, here's your big play opportunity with Samuels over that. So if you build the motion in with all the other plays, hitting the flats and all that kind of stuff, he's just going to have a really hard time stopping everything. So that's why I like this scheme. This is really, really cool. You can have the other play that you can throw in, which is with the quick snap. But here's just another scheme that you can use. And conceptually, it's a lot of the same concepts that I've used before to play online. Sometimes people do, the only time I really get frustrated is when they press a lot. But sometimes you can hit people over the top and get some good opportunities. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. I'll be rolling out more offense. I think I'm going to show you basically the Madden, the defense I'm running right now online. Not the best defense, but I think it's a defense that really confuses a lot of people because they're going to have a hard time telling and making reads and understanding where your coverage is going. So I'm going to do that next for you. So once again, guys, thank you for your support.